Hello, Virgo. amyenergy here with your weekly tarot message. If you have not, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell to be notified whenever I make a new video. All right, Virgo, we are working with the Urban Tarot this week, pulling out for our career, love life, and personal. All right, keep in mind this reading will not resonate for every Virgo placement out there, so book a personal with me or check out your other placements. Okay, I do these for all 12 zodiac signs. All right, let's get into career. Clarifying with the Rohrig Tarot. Okay, we have the Eight of Wands, swiftness coming up here. So definitely really beautiful, Virgo. I definitely feel like we are evolving. We are taking action towards something that we're really passionate about. Okay, yes, Empress and the Nine of Swords coming out. So I do feel like this week, Virgo, the advice here is, to me, is that we do have to get clear on our dreams here with the Prince of Cups on the bottom of the deck. We really are this week, we're moving forward here with the Eight of Wands, swiftness. Okay, but in moving forward, we are hitting some roadblocks, okay? Because with the Nine of Swords, cruelty, we're really, having to look back at the things that have happened to us up until this point. We're reevaluating our life, okay? But we're doing it from a really empowered place here with the Empress. So as things are coming up, we're just really giving ourselves a lot of love and care, and so I'm almost just feeling this energy that we can switch it up at a moment's notice. Like whatever our current needs are in the moment, we're just, we can swiftly operate and do whatever it is that we need to do, okay? We're just like, okay, I need to process emotions now. I'm holding space for that. And we're really just caring for ourselves in a way that's so important to do. So that's really beautiful, Virgo. I do feel like, as far as our career goes this week, I feel like the actions that we're taking are more towards getting ourself, our person ready for those next steps. But I don't really feel a lot of movement in any type of actual career this week. But we are getting clearer on what our dreams are, right? Because we don't want to really take action until we have sort of worked through a lot of these things that are coming up, because we don't want those things to stand in the way of us really going after our dreams. So it is a beautiful week of just taking care of ourselves and, holding space. Take this moment, okay? The energy of cruelty doesn't go away if we don't deal with it. So really, I do feel like we are taking deliberate action this week to heal and to love ourselves and to hold space for what we've been through in our life. And that is going to just open us up to be able to achieve our dreams like never before. So it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful, Virgo. Okay, let's get into love life. Okay, we got the Two of Discs, the energy of change. Okay, so I definitely feel like we are putting some physical work into what we want to manifest in our love life this week. Okay, too many cards. Okay, yes. Coming out the Queen of Swords and the Nine of Cups, happiness. Okay, and we have Judgment on the bottom of the deck. So I definitely feel like there is something this week, Virgo, that has become abundantly clear to us having to do with our love life. I feel like we're really having to put some work in to change the way that we typically would maneuver a relationship, right? We're really putting the work in to the physical. We're putting those intentions into our work, and we're really getting ourselves to a place where we're just able to be honest about who we are and who we want and what we want without any shame, without having to put on a mask. We're just really cutting through all the bullshit and saying, this is who I am, this is what I need. And with the 9 of Cups, happiness, I feel like, we have another 9 coming out. So again, we are reevaluating. We're really thinking about, what is my truth? What does make me happy? What feels really good to me? What makes me feel supported? Okay, and with Judgment coming out, I just feel like it's really beautiful. We're really getting our path straightened out, right? We're really going to be on a path where we're just able to know who we are. And that's, it's, a lot of us don't really know. There's so many people walking around that aren't really living their truth or living for their highest good. But you're taking the time to make sure that you are before you go into any love partnership here. So it's really beautiful, Virgo. Okay, and if you're already in a relationship, I do feel like change is happening. All right, there's still a lot of change. Even if we are within a partnership, it's almost like we're putting in work that this partnership is going to be unrecognizable. It's going to be so different. Okay, now getting into personal, we have the Knight of Swords coming out. So, the Game Master here, this is fire and air energy. Okay, so let's clarify with the Fool and the Princess of Swords. Okay, wow. So there's a lot of swords coming up in your reading, Virgo, and we have the Ace of Wands on the bottom. So I definitely feel like, Virgo, we're really getting more aligned on our path this week. We're taking action towards what is truly important to us, and we're in a space where we know that because we have taken this time to reevaluate every aspect of our life and really understand where we want to be taking action from. Okay, with the Fool clarifying, I definitely do feel like this is a new path. We don't exactly know how things are going to unfold, but we are trusting in the highest good. And we have the Princess of Swords coming out. So, I do feel like, again, there's a newness here. And there is an ability, or there is a necessity to stay a bit grounded here with the Princess of Swords. Okay, because we're dealing with air and earth here as opposed to air and fire with the Knight of Swords. So I feel like, it's necessary to kind of defend ourselves this week because other people might not be receiving us as we would like to be received, okay? And we can't control other people. We can only control ourselves. And I kind of feel like with all this air energy, we might even talk ourselves into the fact, because we've been through a lot in the past, okay? So we may even talk ourselves out of an idea and make ourselves believe that no one would support it or that we'd have to defend it even when we don't have to, right? Even when that's not actually the case. Because I do feel like, we definitely are supported. When we're acting from integrity, when it's our actual truth, we're supported. When it's, if we're trying to speak someone else's truth or speak the truth that we think someone wants to hear, then we're not supported. So it might be wise for us this week to, kind of understand that about ourselves, understand that, as smart as we are, we have had people treat us cruel in the past. So those experiences stay with us, and they can really fool us out of doing all that we want to do. Okay, so maybe just, let your ideas come out a little at a time, but make sure you are putting one foot in front of the other and honoring yourself and your truth as it becomes clear to you. Okay. And it's a beautiful week. We're doing all this for ourselves, right? With the Ace of Wands, it's a bit, I am feeling a bit of a selfish, in the best possible way, but I'm feeling a bit of a selfish energy where everything we're doing this week is for ourselves, is for our passion, is for our new beginning, because we know that we deserve it. Okay, and with the Hermit, this is profound and necessary for you to be selfish in order to serve others, because the experiences that you're going through right now are going to allow you to shine a light for others who will be facing these same types of hardships. Okay, so really beautiful, Virgo. Also, the Hermit is your card, so we're getting more aligned with who we truly are this week. All right. All right, receiving another 927. Okay. Wow. I love that. All right, receiving. You are so loved. Your energy, or your every need is witnessed and responded to by the universe. However, you sometimes forget this. You become swept up in the momentum of habitual consciousness, and you forget to take a moment to stop, breathe, and be. In that moment, you can receive the love of the universe that is receiving you. It will nourish you with contentment and energy. You have not done this enough, so your soul is becoming parched and is drying out. Energy has been going out of you, but there is not enough coming back in. It is time to bring something back in for you, to receive and be received. You are being offered a chance for restoration now, to feel nourished, cared for, loved. Accept it. You deserve it. The healing process below will help you surrender any guilt or shame you feel for having needs in the first place. It will also help you to overcome any struggle that you have receiving and accepting so that your needs can be met. Do you know how much joy the universe gains from being able to give to you? When you delight in what you receive, when you openly embrace a gift and are so happy with it, the universe is fully received by you. In this space, there is joyful communication between you and life. Energy flows more freely and magic happens. When you demur, saying you cannot accept that it is too great a gift or that you are not worthy, you are impeding that flow. You are inhibiting the communication, the connection, the playful interaction between you and the universe. Enough with the false modesty and guilt. You are a radiant sun in human clothing. An exquisite life experience is your birthright. Enjoy it. Soak it up, all of it, including the restoration of sacred rest. From that place of nourishment, you will more effortlessly create, live, and love with greater energy and thriving, pulsing passion. The earth rests each night so it can greet the sun again each morning with the spectacular living art of sunrise. Allow yourself to switch off, step away, close the laptop, switch off the phone, and just be with yourself for a little while. You will return and be more efficient and effective. Rest now, play and work later. Forget your worries for a while, switch it off. Do something else. Let it all go, and it will all flow. Healing process. Say aloud, I release all false guilt and shame about having needs, and all false beliefs about rest being wasteful or unnecessary. I accept healthy, productive, sacred rest and the gifts of happiness that it brings. I understand that rest and activity balance, feed, and nourish each other. There is sacred healing that happens through rest, which is very powerful. I accept and receive this now through unconditional love. This is now so. Then read this story aloud as you were lovingly reading it to yourself as a child. You may like to curl up comfortably on the sofa. The great French Impressionist painter, Monet, sat in his garden on a warm afternoon. He was napping lightly on the garden bench with the sunlight dappling gently through the straw hat resting over his face. It was soft and warm on his closed eyelids. He sighs contentedly. A nosy neighbor poked his head over the fence, keen to know what the brilliant artist was up to now. Sir, you are resting, the curious neighbor called out. No, responded Monet, wriggling to get even more comfortable in his reclining garden chair. I am working. He relaxed further as the mild breeze tickled the hair on his forearms. Monet returned to his garden the next day, consumed by the urge to translate his feelings into the canvas. He painted with great energy and focus. He was inspired, and the paint flowed again. The nosy neighbor poked his head over the fence. He called out, Sir, you are working. No, said the artist, barely pausing with his brush. I am resting. When you are done, give yourself a hug and perhaps have a nap or a cup of tea, or do a little dance around your living room, or paint, relax, go for a walk in the park, or do a spot of window shopping. Just be. Play, laugh, and relax. Give yourself what you feel you need at this time. If you aren't certain, that's fine. Guess. And know that the more often you do this, the more skilled you will become in identifying and meeting your needs. All right, Virgo, lovely reading. I'm going to leave it there. If you like this reading, please thumbs up, comment, share my channel with a friend, follow me on Instagram at amyenergy, book a personal at the link in the description box. But most importantly, have a wonderful week. I love you. Take care.